Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 7 math, and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter two-dimensional figures. The lessons we're going to cover today are interior angles of polygons, lines, line segments, and rays, parallel, perpendicular, and intersecting lines, identify complementary, supplementary, vertical, adjacent, and congruent angles, find measures of complementary, supplementary, vertical, and adjacent angles. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Let's just start with the lesson that is interior angles of polygons. What is the sum of the angles measured in this shape? You have to measure the sum of the angles in the shape, right? So this shape has, okay, to measure the angle, the measure of the angles of a triangle added up to 180. Just make a, let's see how many triangles made up in pentagon, right? So one, two, three triangles, right? And each triangle measures 180 degrees, right? So that means then three of the then the pentagon has 180 types 3. So 180 times 3 is a 540 degrees, right? Measure it is. Measure means you have to see how much the angle it is. Measures, measures, measures. That means how much angle it is. Let's just start with the test questions. What is the sum of angle measures in the shape? Right, so let's see how many triangles we can make in the pentagon. This is one, This is 2, and we have 3 triangles in the pentagon. So, yes, that is Meyer's. So, one triangle has the 180-degree angles. So, you have 3 triangles here. So, you have to do 180 times 3, right? So, 180 times 3 is 540 degrees. So, the angle measured in this shape is 540 degrees. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 540. What is the sum of angles in this shape? Which is the correct option? You have that's a four-sided shape, right? Very good. That is 360 degrees. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the sum of the angle measures in this shape? So which is the correct option? The correct option is 360 degrees. Again, option number 1 is the correct option. That's a four-sided shape. So it must sum 360 degrees, right? What is the sum of angle measures in this shape? So which is the correct option? That is 720 degrees, right? Hold on, let me just see. Okay, triangles from this point, so you can make one, two, three, four triangles. So that means you have to do 180 times 4, that is 720. The correct option is 720 degrees. What is the sum of angle measures in this shape? So which is the correct option? So let's see how many triangles do we make. Three triangles we can make, right? That is 180 degrees time 4. You can make four triangles, right? So 180 times 4 is 720 degrees. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 720 degrees. What is the sum of angle measures in the shape? Which is the correct option? That's a four-sided shape, so that must be 360 degrees, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is line, segments, and rays. Let's just start with the lesson. What is this? That's a ray. A line goes without end in both direction. That's a line, right? A ray has one endpoint and goes without end in one direction. And a line segment has two endpoints. So it has two endpoints. That means that is the line segment. And the one that has only one endpoint, that is ray. Let's just start with the test questions. What is this? That is a line because it has, you can extend in either way, right? So that is a line. What is this? It has one endpoint, so that is a ray. The correct option is ray. What is this? That is a line, right? You can extend both sides. That is the line. Oh, sorry, line segment. Line segments. Okay, got it. What is this? That is a line. Option number one is the correct option. What is this? Which is the correct option? That is a line segment, right? The correct option is line segment. It is. Okay, what is this? The correct option is ray. It is, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is parallel, perpendicular, and intersecting lines. Let's just start with the lesson. Are these lines perpendicular? That they are the perpendicular lines, right? Because they make no, yes, they are the perpendicular lines because they meet at right angle, right? Okay, are these lines intersecting? No, they are parallel lines. Parallel lines never intersect each other, so they are the parallel lines. Let's just start with the test questions. Are these lines perpendicular? No, they are not. Perpendicular lines are the ones that meet at right angle. Are these lines parallel? No, they are the intersecting lines, right? They are not parallel lines. Are these lines intersecting? Yes, they are intersecting. The correct option is yes. Are these lines perpendicular? No. Are these lines intersecting? Yes, they are intersecting. The correct option is yes. Are these lines intersecting? No, they are not intersecting, right? The correct option is no. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is identify complementary, supplementary, vertical, adjacent, and congruent angles. Let's just start with the next lesson. What is an angle adjacent to angle 6? So you have to find the adjacent angle. Adjacent angle is the angle that is right next to the angle. So you have to see the adjacent angle to angle 6. So you have adjacent angles to angle 6, angle 5 and angle 1 because angle 6 is in the middle of angle 5 and angle 1. Adjacent angle shares a vertex and a side but no interior point. So that is the common vertex they are sharing, and it is sharing the sides with angle 5 and angle 1. So the interior angle to angle 6 is angle 5 and angle 1. Got it? Other than itself, what is an angle that is congruent to angle BGD? Okay, so BGD, this is BGD, right? You have to see the congruent angle to BGD. Other than itself, you need to see, right? Congruent angles have the same measures, right? Vertical angles are angles formed opposite to each other when two lines intersect. Vertical angles are congruent. Angle BG is congruent to angle AGB, AGE, and DGE, right? There are so many congruent angles. They are AGB, DGE, and EGA. Let's just start with the test questions. Which angle is vertical to angle 5, which is the correct option? That is angle 1, right? Here is angle 5. So adjacent angle is angle 1. Option number 2 is the correct option. Angle 2. Vertical angle to angle 5 is, sorry, I thought adjacent angle, it is angle 2, right? This is angle 5 and this is angle 2. They are on the opposite sides of the intersecting line. So angle 2 is the correct option. Which angle is supplementary to angle 4? Supplementary angles are the one that sums to 180 degrees. So angle 4 it is, right? So if you add angle 5 to angle 4, that is a supplementary angle. Got it? So the correct option is angle 5. Supplementary angles are the one that sums to 180 degrees. The correct option is angle 5. Other than itself, what is the an angle that is congruent to angle BGD? Congruent to BGD. So BGD, the angles that are congruent to BGD are AGB, DGE, and then EAG. Option number 1 is the correct. Congruent angles are the one that have the same measures, right? So option number A is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? A G would be a common vertex, right? So that is option number 2. Okay, got it. Which angles are complementary to angle CDA? Complementary angles are the one that measures to that sums to 90 degree, right? So angle CDA, that is angle BDC, right? Option number D is the correct option. That is angle BDC. Option number 4 is the correct option. Other than itself, which angle is congruent to angle 2? Which is the correct option? That is angle 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is find measures of complementary, supplementary, vertical and adjacent angles. What is the measure of angle W? Angle W and angle 70 are the vertical angles, right? And the vertical angles are formed opposite each other when two lines intersect. Vertical angles are congruent. So vertical angle as congruent, that means they have exactly same measure. So that is 70 degrees, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. What is the value of C? That is 70 degrees, right? They are the adjacent angle, sorry, vertical angles. So that's measures 70 degree, right? They have exactly same measures. What is the value of angle N? That is 100 degrees. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the value of P? Which is the correct option? The angle sums to 90 degree, right? So 60 plus 30 is 90 degree. The correct option is 30 degree. What is the value of f, which is the correct option? That is 80 degrees. Angle f is 80 degrees. What is the value of n, which is the correct option? The correct option is 30 degrees plus 40 degrees makes 70 degree, right? Option number one is the correct option. Very good. What is the value of t, which is the correct option? That is 50 degrees. Option number two is the correct option. What is the value of c? That is 60 degrees. Option number one is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. We were working on grade 7 math. The chapter we were working on is two-dimensional figures, and the lessons we have covered today are interior angles of polygons, lines, line segments and rays, parallel, perpendicular and intersecting lines, identify complementary, supplementary, vertical, adjacent and congruent angles, find measures of complementary, supplementary, vertical and adjacent angles. So please make sure Before the next session, you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live session, live button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write down the questions in the chat box. I am here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. You can please write down the questions in the chat box for which you need help. I am here to answer all your confusions if you have any. Any questions? No questions? Okay, then that's all for